Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Benji here. I have a personal build that I'm going to show off. It's been a minute since I've done this. This is my Saberforge Dissident. This is my Rahm Kota inspired lightsaber, right? This saber has had a journey. This thing's been around for a long time. This was probably the third saber I bought. Maybe this might be the third saber I bought. So I originally got this off of eBay, I think, in like 2017. That sounds about right, probably around then. So this saber was actually, it didn't look like this, obviously. It was definitely different. It had a different leather wrap. It didn't have this like faux suede type-ish thing that I put on there. But this was originally installed by Jordan Mall. For those who have been in the hobby for a while will remember the infamous name Jordan Mall. He had a YouTube channel that I followed a lot. Him and Shamim and Jordan Eugene, those three guys were kind of my main source of saber content and knowledge. So shout out to them, even though all three are not active. I believe Shamim still is around. He'll post some things. I know he has like a run for the Rancor Tooth Saber lately, but I got to meet him once. A very nice guy, super genuine. He's exactly what you would expect when you meet him in person, which was really cool. So shout out to you, bro. Thank you for all your influence and whatnot. But this is it originally had like a Prism V4 and it didn't have a chassis. The board was taped to the battery, so this was very old school style install. It had like a tricrete green white or whatever, green yellow white or green lime white, I can't remember, and a 28mm speaker that was hanging on by like 30mm or 32 gauge wires that were like so frail, and every time I opened it to try to change the font on the SD card, I was terrified to break it, and I actually did, because those things are like a freaking cube hair hanging on. So once that broke, this was the very first time that I was like, oh no, I need to fix this myself because I don't want to send it off. And I resoldered the speaker wire to the board, and that was the first time I was like, holy shit, I can do this. So this is a long travel. So I had I think a Nano Biscotti version 4 in this thing, and at chassis discs, it was ugly. So this thing was always a beater. But over the last couple of years, it sat empty, and I really wanted to give it some good treatment because I love the Kota. You know what I mean? And this it's a really ridiculously comfortable saber. It feels very good. So whenever Carter hit me up, and also Aqua Quartz, whenever he hit me up, it was kind of like a domino effect of, hey, can you do a crystal chamber implemented into the chassis that you do? And I was like, I can, but I don't trust it because I mean, PLA chassis, you don't really want any parts that are thin or are structural like potentials for break. And I just felt like a chamber was never really going to work, and it was also never really going to look that good because of the print lines. You can't really sand them. So I was like, I can give it a try. So I did one for Aqua Quartz, and he has a video of it on his channel. And then I was like, okay, you can kind of do it. And since Carter had asked me to, I was like, okay, Carter, I think I can do it. And so I've got to do one on Carter's Vader, which has been a long time in the making. But before that, I was like, all right, I need a tester. So I did that one, and then I learned off that, and then I was like, okay, let's see if I can do better. And I came up with this guy. So this has this is another reason why I want to do it. This grip, like your two switches up here and switch there, so you can have all this for chassis. So what I did was I made this guy, and I went a little different. This thing's got a lot of vents and a lot of just stuff everywhere, right? And then my crystal right there. So you got your dedicated green crystal. I'm a fan of that. I know a lot of times when you get sabers, you want to put that crystal to any color, but I do love seeing, even when it's off and it's sitting there, that's green. That's a green Kyber crystal, and I really enjoy that. So the chamber, what I did was I made it thick and then made some cutouts so you could see it, but it's very thick and it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not weak. It's not gonna break unless you want it to break. Don't get me wrong, you can make stuff break. It is definitely not extremely durable. This is PLA, you know what I mean? And it's not that thick and it's very long, so. But I did a Proffie, and then because when I do a Proffie build and I do a crystal and I do all that, I gotta have it light up. Now it's become a standard and it's kind of exhausting. But kill switch right here.
Didn't Vader teach you anything?
I love it. So you got your crystal is one blade, these side blades, and this one are two. So I just ran them together because that actually ended up kind of cool. I was going to try and learn how to do sub blades on that. I still haven't done that yet. That's next, but still pretty cool. So this thing sounds ridiculously good. So I didn't even have to put my the little paste that I usually do, because this just turned out to be just killer sound. So, and that's because everything's closed, everything's tight. The speaker, like this pommel, I made it to where when the pommel goes all the way on, it is tugging that speaker. It's one of the best sounding sabers I have, seriously. It sounds so good. And this is Carter, Blue Mamba. This is his Kota. He has a sorry, I'm blanking. He has a Force Unleashed pack for fonts that I'm going to review here when I get a chance. I'm going to do one on each character's saber, hopefully. But yeah, again, such a good sounding saber. This thing is gnarly good. I forget until I turn it on, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, this thing sounds sweet. So it has a 1-inch blade. I'm just gonna do the demo blade here. I got my CC Sabers pixel connector down in there. It sounds so good. Extremely comfortable. Do we have any force waves? This is a cyberphonic font. Oh my god. Contender for my best sounder, I swear. Jesse, I can't wait for you to hear this one. This is the one that I think is going to be where you change your mind on which one's my best sounding saber. It's so good. I think this is Jesse's Secret Apprentice. I think.
I don't want to do this, boy.
He's so sassy, I love it.
You have so much to learn about the Force. Didn't Vader teach you anything?
See, hear the difference? This is the difference. That's the difference. That's how important speaker placement is. If you're not closing off your speaker and you're not... There's your difference. Some people are like, hey, this Saber's quiet. I go, show me your setup. That's how important it is. Very important. But there we go. Really, really enjoyed how it turned out. But just wanted to show that off real quick for entertainment purposes. I gotta get other stuff done. So this is a personal project that I had done a couple weeks ago. Actually, it may have been a month by now. I don't know. But I did this for research to do for to better my chassis knowledge and for the Saber I have coming up for Carter. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much, and until next time, may the force be with you.
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Scruffy looking.